My name's Alison Bray and I've been a Pilates teacher for about 9 years and a snowboarder for slightly less, and I want to show you some exercises that I feel will really help your snowboarding. They're going to be about your posture, about strengthening your core, which is what Pilates is all about, and then strengthening and stretching the major muscle groups that we use when we're snowboarding. Now, I don't want to go into too much detail. You can find all about Pilates in Pilates books and DVDs, but I'm just going to try and give you an overview. The two really important things to think about when you do Pilates are your posture and your breathing. And Rach is just going to come and show us the basics of that. So Rach, if you can just lie down on the mat, I'm just going to talk through your posture. A lot of the things that we're going to do are when we're lying down. So in fact, I'm just going to get you something to support your head. You want to be as comfortable as you can be when you do Pilates, so you can have a little cushion or a book behind your head. And you want to start with your feet in a hip-width apart position. This is where we do a lot of the exercises. And you want to just initially think about your breathing. I'm going to explain that just briefly. So Rachel's going to breathe in through her nose, just breathe into the rib cage, that's it. And then when she breathes out, through her nose or mouth, she's going to draw the navel to the spine. So I'm just going to explain that again. She's going to breathe into the chest, that's it. And then she's going to breathe out and she's going to draw the navel to the spine. Lovely. Now if you keep doing that, Rach, what I'm doing here is separating the in-breath from the out-breath. Because what we usually say is that you exhale on the effort. When you do the difficult part of the exercise, whether it's a curl-up or a press-up, you need the exhalation where you do the work, where you do the hard work. And what's doing the work is a muscle called the transversus abdominis. This muscle band underneath your six-pack muscle, here from the hips to the ribs. When Rach breathes out and connects the navel to the spine, she's strengthening that whole area. So a lot of the exercises we do in Pilates involve strengthening this whole area, and then whatever else we do later, whether it's an arm or a leg exercise, we want to be pulled in here. We want to exhale, connect the navel to the spine. So thanks, Rach, you can rest now. So the exercises that I'm going to do with you now are going to be involving different muscle groups, but always try and bear that breathing in mind. And I'm going to talk about the posture later, but generally when you're lying down, this is the kind of posture you want to adopt. I'm just going to talk very briefly about your pelvis. Ideally, you want it to be in what we call a neutral position. So, thank you, Rach. So not tilted too much that way and not arched that way, but have a sense the pelvis is in a neutral position, by which I mean that the lower back is just gently relaxing into the mat underneath you and everything's nice and even.